Here he comes. Here I come.
Hello.
Hello, say hello.
Hello. Hello, Johnny.
Yes. I've got lines.
Fine, I guess. But how did I get here?
Well, let me show you. First we'll need a drop of blood. Your blood. Relax, Johnny. Relax. Still a part of the miracle of floating. Lost World. Jurassic Park. It is the sequel to the film that changed movie making forever and seems to be the last time that Steven Spielberg had fun making a movie. In the film, there's another island with dinosaurs, no fences this time. They want to send people in. Very few people on the ground, right? Give me the good stuff. I will be perfectly blunt. Nostalgia plays a big factor in my love for this film. I had seen JP when I was about 4 years old and loved it, but by the time The Lost World came around, I was 7 years old, and that was my Jurassic movie. I had every action figure I could get my hands on. Dinosaurs, playsets, lunchboxes, hats, any and all kinds of merchandise, t-shirts. My parents bought me all that shit, yet refused to buy me the VHS for some reason, so I had this shitty little copy that I recorded off of TV one night, but it only had like 3/4 of the film on it because I forgot to stop recording during the commercial breaks. To this day, I still expect it to cut to a Mickey D's Bugs Life Happy Meal commercial every time Roland and Ajay chain up the baby Rex. This is my favorite Jeff fucking Goldblum performance. I've never seen him less Jeff Goldblum-y. He is constantly serious, he is never not grumpy, and he's pretty much annoyed with everyone that he interacts with. It is highly entertaining. I've seen complaints that Malcolm has zero arc in this film and that he is exactly the same person at the end of the film as he is at the start, and I can't say I disagree. But you wanna know why? It's because he's fucking right about everything! From the start of Jurassic Park all the way to the end of The Lost World, he is constantly telling everyone that this whole operation is butt-fucked, yet no one listens to him. I'd be fucking pissed too! Ian Malcolm in this film is a fantastic character because he's a believable character. He's not an action hero, but a circumstantial hero, and he only takes charge when he has no other choice. In the beginning of the film, he is the one leading the charge while trying to rescue Sarah, but after the trailer sequence, it's the Roland Timbo show, as Malcolm is perfectly content to let somebody else take the lead. But once the survivors separate and the raptors show up, Ian is once again putting himself in harm's way to protect his family and others, and continues to do so even throughout the San Diego sequence. This is a very long-winded way of stating what I started out by saying, which is Jeff Goldblum kicks ass in this flick. And anybody who thinks differently can go on a hunger strike and fucking starve to death for all I care. From Ian to Eddie, Nick, Ludlow, Roland, Sarah, and the rest of the gang, the characters in this film and the chemistry between the actors that portray them will never again be as good in the Jurassic franchise after this flick. And the banter they have, particularly between Ian and Eddie, is pure fucking gold, and I quote that shit literally on a daily basis. When Roland can't pronounce the names of the dinosaurs, so he gives them derogatory nicknames. This is the best and most realistic dinosaurs have ever looked in any movie ever. Not unlike the first film, the T-Rex attack is the highlight of the flick and takes the action to a whole new level by adding an additional dinosaur for maximum buttfuckery. Sarah falling onto the trailer window is to this day still one of the most suspenseful sequences ever put on film. This.
We should have stayed in the damn car.
Anytime I find myself in a situation I don't like, we should have stayed in the damn car. I don't want to do it, but it's time to talk about the shit. All that shit about how they engineered the dinosaurs in JP and absolutely zero mention about Site B? It's almost like it was invented for this movie. Part of the reason that this film was not well received was simply because the book that Michael Crichton wrote was not the picture Steven Spielberg wanted to make. You see, Crichton wrote Jurassic Park as a standalone story. Your Honor, the defense would like to offer up the material evidence that Ian Malcolm was literally declared dead at the end of the novel. But because the film adaptation was so successful, Spielberg essentially begged him to pen a follow-up story. Though that novel hardly resembles this film, because after numerous rewrites and adjustments had been made to the script, Spielberg clearly still wasn't satisfied, as the San Diego sequence was a last-minute change to the finale of the film, while the original ending featured a pterodactyl attack similar to the one seen in Jurassic Park 3. Sarah Harding? How many Sarahs do you think are in this movie? She's like the worst, right? I'm sorry, Ludlow's wearing a wedding ring? What the fuck? Who married this guy? In all seriousness, Ludlow is hardly the awful person he is made out to be. Dude is literally just trying to save his company from bankruptcy. He's a little bit of a tool, admittedly, but he never stabs anyone in the back. He never intentionally tries to harm anyone. And he's married, so at least someone can stand the son of a bitch. And at no point does he ever sink to the levels of any of these assholes. To piggyback on the Ludlow love, there's a little bit where Ludlow tells the survivors that it's time to keep moving on. No one listens to him, but then Nick Van Owen says, "Alright guys, let's get the hell out of here." And for some reason, all the Marlboro men listen to him, even though he was never part of their group to begin with, and is the reason that all their equipment and camp was destroyed. It just seems odd that the crew would ignore the man who was signing their paychecks in favor of the dude who fucking sabotaged their entire mission and left them stranded on the island. Actually, now that I think of it, Nick is pretty much responsible for the death of everyone in this movie. The San Diego business is fun and all, but it feels like a completely different film and drags the flick out far longer than it needs to go. Then again, without it, we never would have gotten this.
We should have stayed in the damn car.
I'm drunk, give me the rewatch. My most rewatched film of all time is Jurassic Park. It never gets old, I never grow tired of it. It is my second favorite movie of all time, and in my humble opinion, the best movie ever made. The Lost World is in the same vein for me as far as rewatchability is concerned. I never get tired of rewatching this movie. I've watched it day after day for days in a row. It is still fun, funny, cool, scary, and god damn it, dinosaurs, for Christ's sake. 10 out of 10 on the rewatch. Some would argue that this film is much darker aesthetically and not nearly as endowed with wonder as the original. But that was kind of the intent.
I wanted The Lost World to be a lot more dark.
At the end of the day, my personal opinion is that this is the only true blue Jurassic sequel. As much fun as JP3 is, it functions more as a bridge movie to the more bombastic, Fast and Furious style ridiculousness that are the Jurassic World films. And as much fun as I have watching all of those, they are not Jurassic Park movies. The Lost World is not only a different film than Jurassic Park, but a solid successor and the last breath of Steven Spielberg's magic in film. And while The Lost World may feel like a bitter epilogue to a collection of films like Jaws, Close Encounters, Raiders, E.T., and Jurassic Park, it is still the second best movie to feature a dinosaur of any kind ever made. So, until life finds its way, I'm your host, Jony Horror of the Jony Horror Reviews, encouraging all you crazy gymnastics kids who only use your skills to murder genetically engineered theme park monsters to be good to one another, be half-decent human beings, and never forget, Violence and technology, not good bedfellows.